What's going on, everybody? Terrence Height here, back again. So we received another question, and we actually received two questions. One from Michael Perry about raising capital, and then the other one is from Perry. I see the last name, but it's from Perry. But they were both about raising capital. So I raised about 5 figures back in 2016. Pitched about 30 different times, which I found out later, may or may not have been a mistake. But nonetheless, I did raise capital at one point and have to go through the whole process of sitting in front of angel investors and talking to different institutions about capital, etc. So it's an interesting process, not necessarily going to say fun. But the first thing I tell you to do is, first of all, determine whether or not you really need capital. A lot of businesses really think they need capital when all they need is just resources. So you have to understand, what is the money going to do for you? When you get that money, how are you going to put that money in your business, invest it in your business, and then make that money make money for you. So basically how are you going to flip that money? If you don't have a surefire way, or at least some type of clear way that you're going to do that, you may need to reconsider raising capital. The second thing you need to do is take the time to seriously understand the different types of capital, right? So when people say raising money, are you talking about debt funding or are you talking about equity funding? Both of those things are drastically different, and both of those things have different processes, different ramifications for doing so. Debt funding, which is again loan funding, right? Which obviously you get to keep the equity in your company when you do that. But then there's also equity funding, which is like angel investing, or when you hear investors, you see Shark Tank. They're coming and getting a percentage of the company. And then there's different types of hybrids of those, like convertible promissory notes, etc. But you really have to understand the different types of funding out there, and then understand the different types of sources of those funding, right? So a bank and a private institution, even though they may give you a loan, they operate differently. The same is true for an angel investor. So those are just some of the things you need to really take into consideration prior to raising capital, or really considering raising capital. And lastly, just really be able to quantify how you're going to pay that money back. Because a lot of times people's business models are not built in a way that they're actually going to make money off of their services, so they're never going to really pay the money back. And that could get you in a very, very sticky situation if you're with a less experienced investor who just thinks, okay, this is a great idea, but they haven't truly looked at the model of your business to determine if capital is the best option for you, and with the amount of capital that you're requesting, that you're going to be able to use it efficiently. All right, this was Terrence Height. That was a video on raising capital. Thank you for your questions, and we'll have a couple more videos soon.